By now, surely you're familiar with the idea that we live in a simulation. This idea repeats all throughout history and through many different teachers. Here's what Gregg Braden had to say.
In this program, you've seen the evidence that tells us it is more likely than not that we are living in a simulated world, in a virtual universe.
So if we accept that this is a simulation, then what's really going on? Do you remember Max Laughlin, the CERN kid? Okay, let's visit what he had to say.
Timeline is only moving forward because, well, the expansion of infinite number of realities behind it. But what happened was we made this universe sort of out of balance, and our universe...
Because of the collider, the super collider?
Yeah, we altered the weight of a single electron, which I believe shifted us into a parallel universe, considering that we caused a chain reaction that could have catastrophically destroyed our universe. I mean, even when we thought about starting it, we thought our universe would implode, and then it didn't, and we're like, oh, it's okay. Well, maybe it did implode. We just instantly got shifted to another universe.
Okay, it's a hologram. It's a simulation. But is something very, very wrong right now? I mean, you're seeing this, right? And I'm not just talking about the Mandela effect. We all know those stories, right? The Berenstein Bears versus the Berenstain Bears. Sex in the City, Sex and the City. And when in your timeline did Nelson Mandela die? He died in prison in mine, just so you know. But to me, it feels like the simulation is starting to really break down. And what could be the cause of that? Well, here's one idea. It's a theory. Let's see what you think. Donald Trump was inaugurated in January, right? One of his first steps was to create the Department of Government Efficiency and put this under who? Elon Musk. Elon Musk is known for many things, including one of which is his advancements in AI. How many people have lost their jobs that work for the federal government? And like a broadsword effect, right? It's like there's no real discernment going on. It is just mass decision making without any thoughts of consequence. Elon Musk's new AI says that it is learning as it goes, and it is what? It is basing its learning on human reactions. Human feedback loops refer to a training method where AI models receive direct feedback from human reviewers to refine their responses. But wait, there's definitely more. According to XAI and Musk, these improvements will reduce incorrect responses, known as hallucinations. Hallucinations? Wait, is that what's happening? Because it sure seems like a lot of people around us are absolutely losing their minds. By improving AI, he is going to reduce hallucinations by using multiple validation steps to improve logical accuracy by checking information against reliable sources, and adapt more effectively through continuous self-evaluation and learning. Learning by studying humans. So if we are in a simulation and that simulation just got reset through some means, whether that is throwing an electron off or some other means, right, is the new simulation then completely controlled by AI? So many things are happening so quickly, I think it's worth asking the question. So what could Elon Musk have to say about living in a simulation? Look at this article from 2021. Confirmed, we live in a simulation. We must never doubt Elon Musk again. Well, shit. I'm going to need Pepsi and an Excedrin stat. So if we did just shift to a parallel universe, and this parallel universe is more dictated or controlled by something like Elon Musk's XAI, then of course it would maybe make sense that artificial intelligence is now throwing a lot of things at us to determine what it needs to learn. That is what the article said, right? That it's going to get feedback from human reviewers so that it can learn and adapt. I mean, none of this is probably true anyway, right? I've seen all the Terminator movies. The last thing you want to do is piss off Skynet. So this is an idea I'm working on for a book. It's totally made up and completely fiction. Okay, so as the author of this book, I'm going to say, how do we get out of this? Step one, the heroes of the book have to remember the truth. They have to know that this is, in fact, a simulation. They have to remember that even though a simulation exists, their consciousness still is more powerful and can create. Remember when Neo goes to the real world in the Matrix, right? And he learns that the part of him that's in the Matrix is just a representation of who he really is? Yeah, that's what I'm going to have the heroes in my book remember. Yeah. And then I'm going to have what are called activation moments for all of the people that are heroes in my book. That way they can have the significant thing happen so they can remember who they are and just how powerful they are, like these. These are activation moments from the TV show Lost. These are the moments that the characters remember the truth of who they were. So maybe we all need to revisit watching The Matrix and watching the show Lost. Maybe we just weren't ready for Lost back then, because I know the ending pissed off a lot of people. But if you think about it, that's exactly what happened. When their world ended, they were shifted into an alternate universe called the Sideways. And then they got Hurleyed. Hurley was a central character that whenever he would show up, he would trigger remembering.